The problem that I opted to solve for user design experience this term was about creating an online interactive chemistry textbook. There's a lot of wonderful chemistry textbooks out there for students, but when they look at them, they're just not written in the same language that they understand. So I've also chosen that it would be really great if it was written in, quote, plain English, which would allow them to understand better the concepts and see what's going on. Also, having a real-time discussion integrated would be a great idea for an online interactive chemistry book, as well as the incorporation of a wiki and, if possible, a whiteboard integration. So this is what I wanted to achieve through all of these different wireframes that we did. The actual value that makes this unique, I think, is the fact that the online chemistry textbook would be written in such a way that it simplifies the concepts, not dumbing them down necessarily, but bringing them back to the stage where students can really understand, oh, that's what they meant when they said that. It could also be used as an alternative to publisher textbooks. Um, Publisher textbooks are good, but they cost a lot of money, and they can't utilize any of the tools except in their ebooks. So having a free online textbook would allow for this. You could also see concepts worked out directly within the text through videos. This would allow for greater integration of learning the topics. And finally, there could be a frequently asked questions sections for students by students. So if you have the students asking the questions, then when they come to your site, they know exactly what they can expect. For the personas for my wireframes and for my site, I decided that it would be really good to kind of have a little bit different demographics. So I chose to do a college student, and then I also chose to do a public school teacher, a college instructor, maybe a college student, but somebody who's at least curious about what they want to do and maybe take a chemistry course, and then of course a high school student, because if it's on the internet and it's free, you're going to have the entire gamut of people who are going to want to actually look at your site and have different viewpoints. So I went through and I actually found out how technologically savvy each one of these individuals was, and then I also asked them to give me a description of what they really would need out of the site or what they expected ultimately from the site, and all of that is broken down into this wonderful little chart about the personas and what they would need to experience the site in a positive way. This is an example of my experience map that I would use throughout the site. It's easier, in my opinion, to have less major topics than big topics. So while there are a whole bunch of topics listed under the topic outlines, there's actually just text that would accompany that. Now within that text you could have those simulations, the PDFs, the discussion, and the images. But overall, not having a huge amount of choices is actually more advantageous for the user as they come to your site and they want to actually explore. There would also be on the footer a Twitter, a YouTube, and a blog link, and that way the students could actually, or faculty, whoever comes to the site, could actually figure out exactly what they wanted, and if they had any questions they could contact me directly with those questions. I think one of the most common paths that a user who would come to this site would want to do is that they're going to be looking for a frequently asked question. And so in order to do that, they would initially start on the home page. And then what they're going to do in step 2 is they're going to look for that frequently asked questions button. And once they get to that button, then when it opens up, they're going to have to select the topic in which they want to find. And then so once they've gotten their topic, they will be able to actually open up a menu, and when they open up the menu they can figure out what question within that topic they're actually seeking and get an answer. So based on everything that we've looked at through the personas, the experience map, and the navigation path, I think I really kind of figured out exactly where people wanted to go and what they wanted to do. And hopefully someday this can actually be a reality, and it's something I really want to do. So I hope that maybe if it happens, it becomes a reality, you'll come and you'll join and you'll take a look at it. Thanks.